Jumping on the AT for a little bit this morning. I got something to show you guys. Another one of my favorite things. So I'm going to do a Mark's favorite things video. This one's by request. Whew, I'm already losing my breath. Let's get moving up the trail, and I'll show you what's going on when we get to some place that I can stop and kind of do my thing. So what am I talking about today? This one's by request. Solo Stove. A lot of my videos I've gotten comments, talk about the Solo Stove more. Well, I say everything there is to really say about it. It's this little wood-fired stove. Great piece of equipment. I love this thing. This one here is, I got off a Kickstarter when Solo Stove first started out. Now they're getting to be a larger company where they make all kinds of big fire pits. Now I have one of those too. They even got SnoopDogg as a spokesperson. His thing about going smokeless. Well, I've been smokeless for years. I'm going to tell you about the things I like about this stove, the things I don't like about this stove, the setup I use, how I kind of use it. I'm not going to show you exactly me using it, but I am going to make myself some coffee because it's a cold morning. It's 28 degrees and I'm up here by myself. So this one here they call the Solo Stove Lite now. And it's the original. They made it for hiking. Now I'm going to just pull this out of here and kind of show you what it is. I'll get a fire going in it. I've done that before on other videos, but it's basically a wood gasifier stove. So essentially it's kind of 2 cups worth of stainless steel here. They put these holes around the bottom on this side, and then there's holes around the inside up here. It's got this little cone shaped deal, whatever you want to call it, that goes on top like that. So when you have a fire in there, it's centering that, and it's basically drawing the air up through and taking that smoke and lighting it back on fire, and then it's not smoke anymore. It's basically gasifying. It's burning the wood gas that's coming off of it. At least I think that's how it works. There's something about having a little campfire where it just rejuvenates your mood. And a lot of the reason why I'm out here is to rejuvenate my mood. So when I make a little campfire in here, and I could just feel that little bit of a heat coming off of it, I get that little bit of campfire smell. It kind of puts me in that mode and kind of just, I don't even know how to explain it, but you don't get that from a gas stove. The other aspect that you get from this that you don't get from a gas stove is I can bring a pack of hot dogs out here and really cook a hot dog over this, or a marshmallow. I can do s'mores off of this little thing. Hot dogs. I've never done a hamburger, but I might be able to figure out a way to fry one up if I really wanted to. Most of the time I just boil water for my coffee though. I come out here, I hike a couple miles in, make myself a cup of coffee, and then hike a couple miles out. It is a great tool for that because I don't have to carry fuel, and I've got fuel everywhere that I go. So that's one of the huge advantages of the Solo Stove Lite here. I also have the 900 milliliter pot, and essentially what happens is this nests right down in there. This thing folds up real nice. It's no bigger than that to carry. After I'm done, I'll throw a little bit of firewood down in here, maybe even my bandana. That helps to keep everything nice and tight, nothing moving around, and not that it makes a whole lot of noise anyway when it's wrapped up in a bag. There are some downfalls. It is a little bit heavier than you would carry a fuel canister and a stove. It's probably about that same thing, but then you still got to get wood somewhere. And it's so easy to just light a fuel stove. It makes it so much nicer and so much easier when you're going multiple days, long trips, and you've hiked 20 miles and then you've got to make your fire. The gas stove is better in that aspect. However, that hardly ever happens for me. Even on multiple days, I'm going 10 miles and I got a whole lot of time to make my fire. Let me get this thing rolling, and then I'll kind of focus in and give you guys a little bit of a heads up on how it all works. I don't have to use firewood like this. I typically bring a block like this and then just baton it into smaller pieces like this. You don't have to do that though. You can use pretty much pine cones, you could use little sticks, you could break off anything, anywhere. And when you do that, you just start with a little, very, very tiny stuff that you would use as like kindling. You don't go any higher than that. I typically don't go any larger than like this. Maybe I might go with one or two pieces that are just a slightly larger than that, but typically I don't. For the most part, you just keep making them and keep feeding them. So I will take this, chop a piece off. I might chop another piece off, and I'll chop it down, and I just process it like that. And then I just keep shoving them in there. It's that simple. But it's designed to use little twigs. And when you use little twigs, you could use a variety of different woods. I always try to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that to try to, sometimes certain woods catch on fire a little bit better than other woods. When I'm using sticks, I really have to mind it a little bit more, because I'm using sticks. I'm using stuff that sometimes some stuff doesn't want to burn as well as other stuff. When I'm using this hunk of birch, I mean, this baby is just going to go, and it's going to be on fire. It's safe to cook on. There's not going to be any weird smells. If I wanted to cook a marshmallow, I'm good to go with this. And I'm already boiling. My water's boiling. I can hear it go. So let me make my coffee here, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Once you figure out how to use it, it's awesome. It's fantastic. Like, you could use little sticks like this. That's kind of what I changed to. Some of this, just get yourself a dead stick and throw some twigs in there, and you should be good to go. Once it's going, I mean, you can go that large. When you first start out, you want to be pretty small, kind of on this size, very small. So this is what I'm talking about, getting a little bit of a fire here going. That really helps to rejuvenate the spirit, man. Rejuvenate the spirit with a little fire. Get that little bit of a warmth. It's great on a nice cold morning like this, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. That hits the spot. I am a Solo Stove ambassador, whatever they want to call it. So if you're looking at to get a larger fire pit, you can get a discount code with my affiliation. I'll put the link down in the description box below. That's if you're buying a larger fire pit. I don't know that you would get anything off a small one like this. You could also get it on Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I'll throw one of those links in the description box below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll include a video at the end here to go for that. All right, well, I hope you guys got something out of that. I am going to just kick here for a little while longer with my Solo Stove, build up a little bit of heat, get something going in my hands to warm them up, drink my coffee, fantastic piece of gear. I hope you go out and buy one. There's a link in the description box below. There's a couple links. If you want one of the big fire pits, Solo Stove, I like those too. I've got another one of those. Don't use it near as much as I use the Solo Stove Lite though. And as far as this tool, Mark's favorite thing, baby. Mark's favorite thing. I love it. I love it. Goes with me almost everywhere I go. That's not true. Anytime I'm going backpacking, it goes with me. Hiking, any hikes, any backpacks, that kind of thing. Because I always have the option. I've got fuel everywhere. All around me is fuel. And I can just make my little fire, make myself a cup of coffee, and I'm good to go, baby. So that's what I'm doing today. I hope you guys have a fantastic one. And this is just one of my favorite things. By request. SnoopDogg requested it. I quit smoking a long time ago. How come you guys don't even know about that? All right, I will catch you guys. I'll put a link to SnoopDogg's video, whatever, in this thing where he quit smoking and stuff. It's pretty funny. It's hilarious at the end. Make sure you watch all the way through. He he sits there laughing. And I wanted to do a spoof commercial of that too, but I might do that. All right, in any case, I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you. I'm quitting smoke. I know what you're thinking. Mark, you don't even smoke. But I'm tired of my clothes smelling all sticky, icky. Just like SnoopDogg. Solo Stove, baby. Oh, yeah.